right, thank you for joining us today. And so first off, what is your name and what do you do?
Sure. My name is Torr. I'm the new high school principal here at Bear Creek High School.
All right, so Mrs. Torr, what inspired you to become a principal and why especially at BCHS?
Sure. I started teaching here in 2003. I taught high school social studies, and I was also a freshman football coach and doing some basketball officiating. And Bear Creek has always been a place that was pretty special to me through those experiences. At the time, Dr. Phyllis Emmerich was my principal, and she saw something in me related to my passion for instruction and athletics, and started talking to me about, maybe becoming an assistant principal and athletics director. And so she kind of groomed me into that position, and in 2007 I had that opportunity. I did that for 3 years, loved every bit of it, but I was continuing to develop my passion for instruction and wanting to have an impact on the larger school setting than what I even had as an assistant principal, and that's what drove me to become a high school principal.
So, where did you receive your education from?
I'm a small town kid from southeastern Colorado, so I graduated from high school. It only had about 80 students in it. I went to Colorado State University and studied history, got my bachelor's degree in history, and then while I was teaching here at Bear Creek High School, I got my master's in educational administration from the University of Phoenix.
What has been a hardship for you in your life, and what did it teach you?
I guess I would say I'm fairly blessed that I can't say that I believe I've had a ton of hardships in my life to date, but I will tell you probably the hardest thing I've suffered through is losing a parent unexpectedly in 2012. I lost my mom to pancreatic cancer, and that was pretty tough, and it was completely unexpected. But I think through that process, it really makes you cherish your own family and your day-to-day interactions, and not taking things for granted, and making sure that as a parent of 2 children myself, that I really take the time to give them the attention they need, because you never know. First of all, family is of utmost importance for me. I've got a wonderful wife named Sherry and 2 daughters, a little bit outnumbered in my household. I've got a 14-year-old daughter, Ashley, who will be coming to high school this year. She is not dateable, all right, so boys out there, don't even think about it. And then I have another younger daughter named Megan, who is going to be going into 1st grade over at Blue Heron Elementary School. My vision for the coming year is really to focus on the relationships in our building, teacher to teacher, teacher to kid, and make sure we have a healthy environment for kids to kind of grow and flourish. My hope and my dream is that kids get excited as kindergartners about becoming Bears someday, and that we do all the work in our community to showcase our high school kids to our young kids in this community as role models, so that they do want to grow up to be Bear Creek Bears.
Is there something that the students might not know about you, and would you care to share?
Probably the fact that I did come from a really small school. So the town I grew up in was only 1,000 people, 15 students in my graduating class from high school. My town that I grew up in is literally smaller population-wise than the Bear Creek student population.
Wow. Did you play in band and orchestra?
I did. I was a percussionist, so I was a marching band student, and I preferred marching band over concert band because I like to make a lot of noise, and as a percussionist we could do that. Another little fun tidbit for you, we were the Class A percussion state champions in 1989, so although not as many schools competing in the smaller divisions, it was still something we were pretty proud of. So I love all the different activities, and I was a marching band kid and an athlete as well. For me, the best advice I can give to younger students is employers. When I talk to employers, they want people to come out of high school that know how to communicate, okay? And they want to know that people can communicate face to face. I think what they know about our younger generation is they're great communicators through various social media platforms and so forth, but the art of face-to-face communication has maybe slipped a little bit. So not only do I want our kids to continue to be able to communicate through social media and other avenues, but I want them to be great face-to-face communicators. I want them to be critical thinkers and problem solvers, and ultimately that's what's going to make them employable in the long run and be sought after by colleges as well.
What drives you to wake up in the morning and start the day?
Working with kids. I mean, I started teaching and then I left teaching at one time in my career. And the one thing I missed was that energy that you get from kids, and being in a school with 1,700 students. That's what gives me the energy to get up every morning. There's always a success story that's always in the back of your mind about a kid who maybe you people assumed weren't going to make it in the grand scheme of things, but turn things around and have great success stories of their own. So those are the kinds of things that motivate me every day, because you never know who that next student's going to be that's able to flip the switch and make change happen.